Hello everyone and welcome to Project Ozone 3 Mythic Mode, episode 10. Today, let's see if we can actually get into AU2 today. No promises, you know what I'm like, lots of rabbit holes, but we'll see. That's my aim. So, step 1 to world domination is we need to make some crystalline seeds 10-10-10, so I can make certus quartz seeds to make presses for the inscriber. To get our crystalline seeds, we need red seeds, which I already have, and burning spores. Burning spores are, again, red seeds plus carrot seeds with glowstone under soul sand. So let me set that up somewhere. There is our burning spore seed. And now one of these will have a nether quartz underneath it. And then if I put the burning spore here, it should grow and then will combine with our lovely red seed. Once it's grown, perfect. Okay, and hopefully in not too long, we shall get our crystalline seed. This one's a little bit slower because it's a 50% chance, but should be fine. And there are our crystalline seeds, which give us quartz shards rather than actual quartz, which is annoying. So I've just set up this breeding spot over here. I'll just plug these in. Actually, this might already be like a couple of numbers up because we bred it with a 10, 333. Okay, so it's not perfect, but it might take a little less time to 10-10-10 than some of the other ones. I've also made some more lily pads of fertility. Now we had the cactus seeds. I got absolutely tons of cactus, or I can at least make a ton of cactus. It's not actually growing at the moment, but when we have that, it makes it a lot easier to grow cactus. So I can make lily pads of fertility more easily because of the fertile essence requiring the cactus. So I should have 58 on me, yes. So this will really help speed this up a little bit. I have somewhat of a plan, and it involves having a compact machine. So firstly, we need 5 personal shrinking devices because these all require a one each. And here are our miniaturization projector fields. There we go. Not a Lexica Britannia. Annoyingly, because I need a 5x5 for this, we have to do it like this. It's not really the ideal place, and it's temporary, so it doesn't really matter. To make our compact machine blocks, which we need to actually make the compact machine, we need to chuck a block of nickel in there with a piece of redstone on top and another piece of redstone, and that will get us 8. We need 98 to be able to make a giant compact machine. And you may be wondering why I'm making a giant one rather than the max size. Well, the max size needs crystalline pink slime. And you can't turn normal pink slime into its crystalline or like its liquid form. So the cheaty way to do it doesn't work. So I'd have to set up a whole pink slime farm for it's like 13 by 13 rather than 11 by 11. So I didn't feel worth it. I just use end steel. This is sort of a temporary setup. It won't be our main source of what I'm doing. I just wanted to do it because I thought it would be fun, and I don't really mind it being inefficient. And there we go, that should be enough. So let's build ourselves a compact machine. So it's a 5x5 like this. We're gonna want a block of end steel in the middle like that. The edges, and this should be 1, 2, 3 tall, and then just whoops, not like that. Oh, good old wand, always messing about with it. And yes, we'll have a few spare blocks. There we go. And then I just need to chuck an ender pearl at it. And there we go. This will give us our compact machine. And ta-da! There we go. Our first compact machine. A giant one. I'm not sure where to put this. What's this? It's probably for pink slime, wasn't it? Well, yeah, because I mean, this is all going to go soon because we'll get AU2. Why don't we just chuck it there for now? And I will collect the rest of our supplies to begin my slightly secret project. I need power in our compact machine, and the easiest way, I think anyway, to do that is by using spectre coils. We need to make some spectre lenses so that we can make a spectre energy injector, which we can make. We will need to pulverize some mana infused / mithril. That's fine, I can do that. We'll also need to make some mana infused string, which is just, Right, it appears for the string, you needed prosperity shards to be able to make spectre string. So you need mystical string. There we go. I do need some more string to make it. And because we have so much ectoplasm, we should be quite easily able to make ourselves... I need to turn this into palace first. There we go. I was a bit distracted between takes there. There we go. A lot of spectre. So now we can make a spectre lens. Lovely stuff. And here is some spectre string. And with the beacon, which I did just have to kill another wither for, we do really need to make a woot farm soon, but it's fine. We'll get round to it. Hopefully the next wither kill will be for that. And there is our Spectre energy injector. And I'm just going to chuck this next to... Aha, my staff of traveling. I was just looking for that. Anyway, I'm going to put the energy injector next to a solar panel. It's already full. Yay, my staff of traveling. I was like, where is it gone? Whoops, I'm in the mob farm. I've got it back. Okay, so now we are going to make some spectre coils. I think we can actually make the ender spectre coil fairly easily. To be fair, we can probably make a stack of these. One stack of normal spectre coils. And thank goodness for our lovely mana battery. We have absolutely no mana problems. All the mana pools are almost full, and we can just make as much mana string as we want apart from prosperity shards very easily. Ta-da! Redstone spectacles. And I don't... Oh, they're really cheap actually. I was like, I don't know if I should bother with this one, but that's actually incredibly cheap. And ta-da! 64 ender spectre coils, which transfer 25,000 RF per tick and should be plenty. And welcome to our secret mission that I've been doing. Basically, it is a fluid cow farm, as cramped as possible in a little compact machine, but that's fine. The cows don't mind, I think. So on one side we have a animal rancher, which will milk the cows when they are ready and produces, well, this one produces blazing pyrotheum, which goes into an ender tank, but also has a portable resonant tank as a buffer. And over here we have an animal feeder, which just feeds them. It's not automatic because we don't want them to breed forever, obviously, because it would just cause a problem. But yes, there we go. They should breed on their own. Upstairs we have our cryophium cows doing the same thing. Separated aerophium cows, which though they have been milked, it's a gas, I think. Yes, we've got two. So that's all working. And on the top, which hasn't been milked yet, is our tectonic petrotheum. So yeah, this is chunk loaded. It should just produce us stuff, and we will have 4 fluids that we need to be able to make the different levels of neutral steel. I would like it to be faster. I've basically done this because I'm going to need a bit of intermedium essence, and I didn't really fancy figuring out how much to craft. So I still will have to do that because this is not going to be fast for a little while until we build up a supply of cows. But at this very point in time, oh, there's some. Lovely. This will just give us a passive supply of some of the fluids. This obviously won't be our full setup. We'll need quite a bit more. So I am going to need 8 intermedium to be able to make the certus quartz seeds, which means we are going to need 32 prudentium plus 4 for the seed, plus another 4 for this. So that's 40 prudentium. How far are we from this? A little ways off. Quite a few ways off. That's fine. Now, we do have somewhat of an issue achieving our goals while we wait for our cows, and that is, well, not only have we not got that much draconium, we really don't have enough pyrotheum either. Blaze powder's fine, redstone's fine. What we really need is sulfur. Sulfur is a pain. I think the best way to get it is just through the seeds. So we are going to make some sulfur seeds before we do anything else because, yeah, that'll be easier. So we've already got 6 prudentium just from before. I think I've left everything downstairs. And we just have enough neutral steel pretty much to be able to make enough prudentium essence. And with the last of our sulfur, I can make myself a tier 2 sulfur seed. I don't know, I'll just put them in there for now. And I'll use that to get 10, 10, 10, and we shouldn't have a sulfur problem anymore. I will start automating this properly soon with like an actual place to put things. Oh, this should be done too, that's nice. But right now we're just going to do it the bog standard way of me just harvesting it myself. Oh, and by having enough blaze powder, just for now, we will be getting a better automated process of that ASAP. There is a little trick you can do with the infusion crystals, and that is basically just putting mending on them. So this just means they will actually last. So to make mending, we need a book and quill, which is fine, and experience rods and some lapis. Experience rods are incredibly cheap. Do I have any solarium? No, I don't think so. I did use a bunch of... Aha, no, we've got tons, that's fine. I don't quite know how many I'm gonna need. Infusion 5 by the looks of it. That's fine. We can definitely do that. And there we go, a mending book. Oh yeah, we could copy this with Bibliocraft, but not like we're short on experience particularly, and that's what after it's been feeding Britannia for ages. So we should be fine. And now all I need to do is enchant this with mending. I think we can also do breaking, but breaking is more expensive. And if we put it in a ender tank, it heals it. So we will never, hopefully, fingers crossed, sort of run out of durability until we get the master one, which that won't be an issue anymore. So now we can make some more prudentium. And we can now make ourselves this infusion stone, which I'll quickly put some mending on as well, though I might need a little bit more experience. There we go. And it just goes on just like it did before. Ta-da! Once we have the auto sieve, this whole process will be easier because we'll get all the powders from the sieve, and yeah, it just make it all easier. And this is all the prudentium we now need to turn it into intermedium, and a quick heal of the stone as well. I am going to need 32 neutral steel of the second degree, which requires 3 of the first degree per, so that's a stack and a half of neutral steel of the first degree again. See, this is why it's quite expensive. Easily the numbers go up. And now we have enough draconium, neutral steel of the first degree even. We can switch to gelid cryophium. I don't think we'll have enough for this. We'll put a stack and a half of neutral steel in here. Oh, maybe we will have enough. And hopefully we'll get 32. Oh, just not enough. Oh well. And now we can make some... It'd be great if I picked it up out of the fluid transposer before I started trying to do this. But this should be 8 tertium. Or intermedium. I don't know when they changed that. Whatever it is, there's our tier 3 crafting seed. And if we head over to our seeds, this should be a 10-10-10 crystalline seed. I don't care about the slithers, they make no difference to me. And perfect, 10-10-10. So now all we need to do is chuck all of these onto a runic altar. So the essence, the seeds, some certus quartz blocks, and a mana diamond. And that should grow us, craft us the seed that we want. It takes a little bit of time, not a big deal. What if I borrow one of these? I've turned this off for now again because it got a bit full. Oh yeah, there we go, a little faster. And with that done, we just need to do what we normally do, and ta-da, 1 certus quartz seed. I will set this up to 10-10-10, but we just sort of need a little bit of the essence, so it's not a big deal, but it's nice. The sulfur seeds are done as well. While we wait for these seeds to 10-10-10, or at least get far enough so that I can easily get some more essence, let me produce myself some lovely fluix crystals. Same way as always, just a bit of charged certus and quartz and redstone into some water. There should be about 16 stacks. We always need plenty of this stuff. We might as well make a bunch. Ta-da! There we go. Loads. Lovely. One of my favourite crystals in the game. I just think it's so cool. I'm going to try and go as fully automatic as possible for our next step, which is making some inscribers. I've got 9, which should mean we can make all of the 3 different inscriber types without too much issue. I will need some barrels. I think I've got some over here. Yes, and I also now need my certus quartz essence. I'm going to want 3 silicon inscriber presses, 1 logic press, 1 engineering press, and 1 calculation press. All the rest of this can probably just be turned into certus quartz because I don't think I need them for anything else. I want to make some of these crystal growth accelerators so that I can make myself a crystal growth chamber, which, I've actually even got a diamond chest. I just need a servo. And here is our crystal growth chamber from AE2 stuff, and it is a very nice quality of life for making pure versions of the quartzes. I don't remember if it connects to normal power or not. Let's just have a check under here. No, it does definitely need AE power. That's fine. That's not really an issue. Okay, here is our inscriber factory. I do need a painting machine to cover that with, but it'll be fine right now. So it's really simple. It looks a little complicated. Every machine is facing towards me when I'm at this angle, because of the way the sidedness works. So at the bottom we have a drawer or barrel with silicon in, which goes into the left side of this inscriber to make printed silicon with our inscriber presses. The top works very similarly, with gold, diamond and certus going into the left side to be squished by their respective presses. And over here we have redstone. That goes into the left-hand side of these inscribers. The silicon pressed comes out here into the bottom side, and whatever processor we're making here goes into the top side, which puts it in the correct orientation to be squished into an actual processor, which then they just go into their respective barrels. We will start putting some acceleration cards in there. How many do we need? We've got 9 plus times 3, 27. So once we have 14 calculation processes, I'll put speed upgrades in them all. Calculations are slowest right now because we need, well, I'm just been making it in the, whatever this thing's called at the moment. But once I've hooked this up, it will be a lot faster. And now they're all accelerated, so they should be a little bit faster now, so that's good. Woohoo! Processes. Wait, do I need to... This might be a quest. It is! Yay, I did it. Aren't I good? I am now just making some empowered void crystals so that I can make myself... Oh, wait, I forgot. It won't come out, but I don't think it's created yet. It's very slow for these ones. Yes, so we can create enough spacious crystals to be able to make... I haven't made enough. I think I've made enough for 9 of these. We need 18 of those. I also think this is actually one of the cheapest ones, so it's not a big deal. We are running out of diamonds again, which is a little annoying, but not too big of an issue. I'm going to quickly make an energy acceptor. And with some fluix dust, I'm going to make fluix seeds. Oh, and we've unlocked a lot of quests. I've just hooked up an energy acceptor here. We're going to put 3 acceleration cards in, chuck our fluix seeds in, and very fast we will be getting pure fluix, which is just the easiest way for me to get this because I need it for the crystal clusters. And now I can begin to make our crystal clusters. Oh my goodness, that was fast. Thankfully, because I've spent so long making some nice crystals, this is working a treat. It's a bit annoying because I do have to keep putting crystals in, but I hope I didn't put any of the pure best ones in by accident. I think I did. Oh, well, I've got 2 left. That was silly of me. I should have checked, but I was silly. Oh well, who cares? And this is our final one, 18 crystal clusters. I mean, we're going to have to make a few more in the future anyway because we'll need them for blood magic, but that'll do for now. I'm going to need 72 energy cells to be able to make 9 dense energy cells, I think, which means we need 72 energy acceptors. Good thing I made so much fluix, so we should be fine to do this. I probably need a bit more. There we go. Iridium? I'll definitely need some more iridium plates because we need quite a few of them. I think I made... Okay, so we need another stack, another 4, and then another half a stack, I think. Let's see if my maths was correct. So we should have a stack and 8. Yay, we do! Okay, so next up, we are going to need lots of more fluix to be squished and some certus, which you already have. So not really a big deal apart from waiting for the sag mill. 1, 2, 3, 4 and a half. And now that should be 72 energy cells. And this should be 9 dense energy cells. And I've just found a distressing recipe, and that is the storage component. So 1Ks, that's all good. That's all fine. 4Ks, we need a capacitor, which I guess we don't need. How many capacitors have I got left? This week. 12. So we can make 12 4Ks, which isn't a great deal. Just a couple for autocrafting and then some for storage. That should probably do us while we are automating the production of them, so we can make more. And also interfaces take transistors, which are, I mean, a lot cheaper, but also it's a little annoying. We're also going to... Oh, wait, if I can only make 4Ks. I was going to say we're also going to need an osmium compressor. All the ones above this require refined glowstone or whatever it is. The osmium glowstone, which is fine. That's cheap enough. Oh, we can make seeds for it. Interesting. Yeah, so that's fine and cheap enough and all that. But I don't really fancy making any 16Ks when this is the recipe. I just keep them at 4Ks for now and keep all the bulk storage in barrels until I have a bit of production of capacitors. But until then, it should be fine, I hope. I hope, because I made so many capacitors by hand, and I'd rather let the machine do it. And our final barrier to AE2 is literally just me waiting for this, and then we can make the controller. Okay, everyone, it is time time to make 9 ME controllers. It's been a long while waiting for this. Making those PCBs was probably the worst part, and we are only going to need more from here on out, but at least this time we might be able to craft it. As you can see, I've made smart cable in preparation, and here we go. 9 ME controllers. Yes! Woohoo! So pleased. So, you know how I said that we had enough for 12 4K drives? Well, we are going to need 4 just for the disk drives. So we really have enough for 8 4K storages, which is not as many. I'm going to need some annihilation cores and formation cores, so let's just make 2 stacks of each because that just seems easier. And with those we can make things like we need 2 crafting terminals, which means we need 2 normal terminals, which means I have everything for 2 normal terminals apart from the logic processor. So there's 2 terminals. We don't want 3 because the other one I want to make is a interface terminal, which just needs a panel and an interface, which I don't have quite yet. And now I can have 2 crafting terminals and a pattern terminal, which also reduces the amount of interfaces I can make, but that's fine. This should be our ME drive. I can also start by making 3 ME interfaces, one of which, if I grab a diamond processor engineering thingy, I can then turn into the interface terminal, and some molecular assemblers. They're quite cheap actually. I'm also going to make a few crafting units, even though we won't be able to actually use a lot of them, and maybe we should make some co-processing units as well. Sadly, 3 of the interfaces are going to have to turn into storage buses. I think it would be quite beneficial to make some more transistors before I set up the AE system, so I can have some more interfaces. I think I can live without the capacitors right now. I will make some 4K drives, storage components. I will make some of these as well. Yeah, I'm going to make a few more transistors. I'm a bit in 2 minds about things. Either I can passive everything with machines, making a lot of alloy smelters, or I can go hard with seeds, and nearly every seed has an alloy apart from energetic silver and the vivid, to my knowledge anyway. So half of me is like, oh, what's the point of setting up all these alloy smelters if I can just make a seed for it soon? So I think it would probably make more sense. Why is this stopped? To do the seeds, even if it's a little more boring. Why have you stopped? I just came to check. This is already full. Maybe I should do drums instead of resonant barrels. Yeah, maybe that's better. Oof, be careful not to accidentally fall out of your compact machine. That was a bit scary. Am I in it again? Okay, phew. I was just trying to feed the cows a little bit more and I ended up getting pushed out because I think the auto feeder stops working after there's so many, so I thought I'd just bulk it up. But we have actually tons of everything. I'm just emptying the resonant tanks back into the drums. I wish I checked on this sooner. It seems to have filled up quite quickly now we have a lot of cows, but it's okay. Not a big loss, hopefully. Again, this is more supplementary. I don't think cows alone can keep up with the demand that we need. I mean, you saw sort of just how much we needed just to make some like tier 3 seeds, let alone anything higher. So the amount of blazing pyrotheum is probably a bit too much for cows. I might make separate ones for each cow and have another, just big sort of area of it with different layers. We'll see. This is pretty alright for now. Just as some extras. Just make the annoying ones. I can't believe the resonant tanks have such small storages compared to the drums. I should have done the drums. Look, we've already got 500,000. Oh, is that empty? Perfect. So yeah, let's maybe pop in and breed them every so often. It doesn't matter if it's laggy in here because, oh dear, one of the cows just tried to kill itself. Oh, I've fallen out again. See, this is what happens. The cows push me out. Yeah, it doesn't matter if it's laggy because we're not going to be in here very often. Oh yeah, let me in. At least these ones are way easier to make than the capacitor version. We've basically got everything we need. I'm just waiting on a little bit more plastic and we should be good to go. Oh yeah, 4 stacks of transistors coming right up. If only I had enough air pressure. It obviously took all my air pressure to put them in there. Oh well. And it's going to take a while to turn them all into circuits, so I can make a stack of interfaces if possible, because the thing's slow and I don't have enough spare thingies to want to make it go faster. There it is. We do have enough formation and thingies, so that shouldn't be an issue. And I can't really hurry up. You've all got coal, so do it faster. Maybe if I chuck in a little speed upgrade, it'll go faster. Oh, Pneumaticraft, I can never quite get you good enough. I brought 64 buckets of lubricant with the Amazon tablet to make speed upgrades, but that just finished anyway, so I don't really need them. Bidding. I think I've left the speed upgrades in here, though. Yes. Give me back so I can improve this. Go faster. You too. And there we go. We have our 64 buckets, so I can make some more speed upgrades when I want to, because they're really cheap. And now we wait. And while I wait, I guess I'll set up the rest of the AE2 system. So let's have 4K storage components. I will turn 4 of those into crafting storages. So it's been a bit of time later and we're set up. Well, set up enough. So this is our main room. That's for AE2. I've made this little sort of raised platform because I wasn't really sure where else to put this thing. The only issue with that is I have to go into here to get to the elevator. It's not really a big deal. I can always just do this if I want to go up and annoyed at it or something. It's really not too much of an issue, I've found. So we've got a pillar in the middle with our terminals. We've got our interface terminal, our crafting terminal, and our pattern terminal, and a side probably for an extended crafting terminal once we get to that. So yes, I used framed blocks for this. It looks pretty good. And what's even better is, whoops, I missed one. Well, it's even better if I remember to put them all in. The cable facades have connected textures, which is just lovely. So now we can't even tell that there's cables coming up and right through the floor and through the glowstone and everything. It's lovely. So that's our main interface for us to use. Down here is our controller, and I would say this is probably the nicest controller I've ever made. So I don't think this is necessary. You can make something called a network visualization card, which probably extracts or like means you don't have to do it like this. But I thought it looked nice. So basically we have 8 dense cables, each connected to a face of the controller, and they are all connected to their own separate P2P, which is then connected to another cable, which is then connected to this controller. That might need to be dense cable. Okay, I messed it up and I changed it. Basically, I just wanted a dense cable in the middle, so this side could still have 32 channels on it instead of 8. So I broke it all and tried to put dense cables in, and that didn't work. So that was a bit of a mess. So we've redone the P2Ps because of that, which is a little annoying, but it's fine. We'll live. It's better to make that mistake now before I put P2Ps everywhere. So yes, this is our controller. I've stuck the dense cable to the face so I can see how many channels each P2P is using. For example, this one's got 16 and this one's got 11. I've also labeled them. You can only really see the label with the quartz cutting knife, but I still think it's kind of useful. So now I know the terminal CPUs and drives can have a few more connections, and this one can have 16 more connections for the molecular assemblers. We have some molecular assemblers here. These are both full 8 interfaces, molecular things. They haven't been upgraded with the card yet because I was waiting for some interfaces to make. We have our drives here. This is all we have at the moment. And we have our CPUs here. We have 4 4K CPUs. I thought that would probably be the best, and we will upgrade them when we have more capacitors. If we go up here, you can see that I have added storage buses to our current storage. I want this sorted by inventory tweaks. That's my favorite. How big do we want it? I quite like it big. So yeah, we can see everything that we have stored, all the ingots and redstone and everything like that. I'm a little fearful to do this because I don't think we've got that much space, but I'm going to try and dump as much as possible into our AE system because it's nice just to have a clean inventory. And to test my system out, we are going to craft 32 patterns. I was going to do 64, but that's too much for our poor little CPUs. It all seems to be crafting fine. I have put some interfaces on some of our machines upstairs, so that's working fine, including the furnace. So yeah, we're getting patterns, which is very good. It means we can continue our journey. I was going to try and figure out sort of what we need for all the dusts. I would like a recipe for, what's it called? Well, I would like one for the, what's it called? The sieve. I would like a recipe for the auto sieve and all its components. So I think that will probably be like machine casing would be a good one. So I'm going to program all this and see how it goes. And now with the help of AE2, I should be able to make myself 59 machine casings. And this is going to take a little bit of time. Let me just check everything's working. So it's just up here with the normal machine. So firstly, we're going to have to cook all of this up, which will take a while. This one doesn't seem to be working. I don't know if it's input from the back and output from the back. Okay, it just wasn't set up quite correctly. It's working now. I forgot I changed stuff. So now it is working. We are getting our electrotine. Is that outputting to the back slot? Oh, don't void anything, please. I don't know if that's getting taken back into the system or not. Worst case, I'll just do a little piping. Can I pipe into these little interfaces? If not, I'll make it a bigger one and it will be fine. Yeah, because it doesn't seem to be exporting. That's a bit strange. Oh, I do have actually some item conduits. Let's see, moment of truth. No, okay, we might need to switch that out for a bigger one, just so I can input back in. It doesn't seem to like input and output being on the same side. Okay, there we go. It's going back into the system now. It's a little uglier, but well, at least it's working, and we can probably cover it up a little bit. I mean, these aren't the most pretty things either, the little sticky up ones. At least they're a pretty cable. I feel like I've learned to not use just the default cables, not for any reason myself, but just because I feel like it's better to have colored cables everywhere instead. So yeah, that's all the channels on a bit of the wire used up already. We're in the wrong bit here. Yeah, so this line here is all full up. I've increased it over here with some dense cable just next to the P2P. So we do have access to not quite 32 channels because of just how much it's on different other places, but enough channels up here. We don't really need too many more machines up there, I don't think. And we will have a dedicated room for stuff like that in the future, and some there still as well. I think that works pretty nicely. So yeah, slowly but surely we will make our machine stuff that we want. I've programmed in everything to make an autosieve, so that's nice. We shouldn't have any... Oh, apart from the energy, I haven't done that. I don't know why. Energy input hatches. I'm not quite sure how much we need. Energy input hatch. 2000. Okay, we could probably get away with a small one. I mean, we could do a tiny, but small's not too bad. There we are. I'm having a great time with AE2 today. Don't know why it's so exciting extra today, but wow, I'm just having an absolute blast with it. It's so much fun. Everything's, I mean, right now it's slow. This is all getting passive soon. The only reason it's slow is because it's getting passive, and this is going to help us with the seeds. So I also want to make a material stonework factory. I don't know, this is going to be for all the dusts. I didn't put the recipe in. Material stonework. So this is, well, this is a nice, fairly simple recipe. Crafting table. Don't think I've got one for plank share. So it's just a lot of, oh, that's odd. Why is it, sometimes it does the, there we go. Sometimes it does the wrong recipes. It just means I can craft everything really easily. I'll put in a recipe for compressed cobblestone as well. Yeah, I can just get those. Machine frames are a little bit more annoying. Oh, and the only issue with this pack, I don't know why, but you have to like switch to the processing pattern when you have one instead of just being able to do it. That's a little annoying. And actually, with not many bites, so it won't take very long, I can make myself a material stonework factory, which is very, very... Oh, it's already made. There we go. So this is going to be really, really useful for us very soon. So basically, we put power in. Maybe I'll get some power so you can see what it's like. Right, so this basically how it works. It's very simple. Well, we want some speed upgrades in this as well. Add-ons. Yes, we want these. Basically, it does processes depending on what you've clicked. So it always makes stone, and then you can just have cobble, you can smelt it into smooth stone, smelt it again into whatever that makes. Or for this case, I'm grinding it 3 times to go from gravel to sand to dust, and that's in furnace mode, which it wasn't meant to be. And then we have 3x3 crafting at the end to get compressed dust, because compressed dust is what we want to put in the autosieve. So yeah, that's basically this. We don't need it there now. It was just to demonstrate. But yeah, pretty nice. Just get rid of, don't really need any of that rubbish right now. So once that's sped up, we might make a few. They are cheap, so it doesn't really matter. I need some more patterns though. I think unless I just didn't put them in. Did I not No, I just didn't put them in. We should be able to make these fairly soon as well. And then with one or a few of them, plus the sieving, I'll see how fast the sieve is. It might be pretty slow. We should be able to get plenty of the dust we need to make the petroleum, and then I'll be making fluid transposers and magma crucibles to automate that, and also doing a big mine at the end. And we now have ourselves some machine casing. I'm going to make one modularium just for the quest. I think it's Epsilon. Yes, well, I want the quest, so I'm going to probably make everything one by one just to get some quests. It will take a little bit of time still, just because of how long the modularium takes, but we should be quite in a good position to get all the stuff that we need. I think we have everything, it's just the processing time. I have put in our magma crucible and our fluid transposer ready. I will put in the resin upgrades and stuff at a time. Maybe not quite right now. No, maybe in a minute, to be honest. But yeah, this is complete quality of life. It's amazing. And just to start things off, there is our material Stonework factory making us some compressed dust, just so we get a bit of a backlog. This is an infinite upgraded one. Yeah, just to get a bit of a backlog. I don't really need the translocator, so I'll probably replace it with just an item pipe or something soon, just so we can maybe have a few more of these. And I've just got a spectre coil because it's easier to power things wirelessly, and then we'll put the sieve here. So this is just close to our main room on this floor, our first thing on this floor. Yeah, and we'll just put the sieve here. I think it will fit. If not, I'll put it over here or something. The cows are not doing too badly. That's about almost 3 million buckets of blazing pyrotheum, which will probably last literally no time at all. But, you know, it's nice to know the cows are producing their worth. For very imminently in the future, I'm just going to make myself the portal to the void. I'm not quite sure where to put this. Somewhere easy to access, maybe in this corner or something. There we go, portal. I don't think I can move that now that's there. That's fine, whatever, it looks fine. Okay, I should have everything for this machine. It's a 5x5, so this should be fine here. Oh, I had a stick, but I put it away. Stick retrieved. Oh, does it need its blueprint? I haven't made that. Well, I don't think I can actually craft the blueprint, so I guess I'm just going to have to build it. I think I want it one further away, though, so hopefully this isn't too tricky to build. I should be fine. Okay, there it is built. It's a lot bluer than I thought it would be. And unlike Meatball Craft, it is very fussy because I couldn't get it to build because I put the big item output on this side on the back, and apparently that's not how it works. So it has to look like this, which is moderately annoying because it's not like... Maybe I should move it back one actually if it's going to be annoying like that, because now the input's like in a really awkward location. Or maybe I should face it towards this instead. Yeah, sort of just really awkward. Oh well, I guess this was never meant to be that pretty. And we now have set up our sieve. These aren't quite keeping up. They're all fully upgraded. I've got a few more, but that was just to make gravel and sand for myself more than anything. So yeah, we could probably improve the rate of this. Maybe I will just bite the bullet and have them here when I have a few more diamonds. Just make them making dust again. But yeah, we're sieving. I've got a tiny output on the front here, and I've stuck a pebble in so nothing will ever come out of it. I'm only using one of the inputs. That's keeping up fine. We have a small input for energy I'm not using, and I made a bigger one over here, a huge one. I don't quite know how much energy it's using, but it is going actually really fast, so that's nice. And here is our only output. It is a ludicrous item output. It actually probably didn't need to be that big for what I'm sieving, but if I wanted to sieve anything else, it probably should be this big. And that goes into an ender chest, which basically deposits everything upstairs where the rest of the ores are. And here we are, our deposits. So already we have 30 stacks of each of the dusts and a lot of niter. I will also be using this ender chest code to put in our mystical agriculture, full, actually everything probably into this system. This pipeline will be going soon because I'll be able to automate that with AE2 now instead of just pumping it in when I fancy it, and etc, etc. So yeah, it's a bit messy because of all the pipes, so that's just stuck there. But I mean, as long as it's connected to this barrel wall, the storage drawer works. We are, however, completely out of diamonds. I will need to do a little bit of sieving soon. I don't know where my dank is. I've probably left it downstairs. But yeah, that's all set up. So now we should soon be able to make ourselves our 4 dust and start melting them. So that is a priority. However, that's going to have to wait until the next episode. We got quite a lot done today. Unlocking all of auto crafting in A2 is a big accomplishment, and I am very pleased. It's going to make our life a lot easier. So thank you all so much for watching, and I'll see you all in the next one. I found my dank. It's stuck in the system. I'm going to have to use a fuzzy card to get it out. There we go. Classic.